Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. Please consider subscribing and hit the alert for all future videos. Today what I'm going to be doing is my January setup along with cash saving for week 1 of January. So my intent originally was to pull all the cash out for the month, and then I've changed my January budget already 3 times and it's only January 2nd. So I decided to play it safe, just take out the money for the first week, and then if it looks like this is going to be the final, then I'll take out the cash for the balance of the month. So I'm going to try that this year. Normally I take it out 2 times during the month, like for the 1st and 2nd week and then the 3rd and 4th week. But I really thought that maybe it would be more helpful if I just took it all out one time and then fed the envelopes from that amount, but we're gonna find out. So the kit that I'm going to be using is a new kit in the shop, and it's actually not 100% listed yet. This is the washi for the 2021 kit, the yearly kit, which I set up on video a couple weeks ago. This is my 2021 planner. So nice to start a new planner, isn't it? So this is the yearly kit. So I just kind of wanted to mirror the yearly kit for the first week of January. So this I will have posted soon, or the first month of the year, which is January. And then let's see, so the headers, the thin washi, the thick washi, and then the budget strips. Now this does also come in pink and yellow if you prefer that color palette. I just kind of was feeling a more neutral vibe, so both are going to be available. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side right now because I'll put that together off camera, because you guys know, if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, I am very slow on putting stickers down. So I'll put my envelopes, cash, and the planner to the side, and I'm going to walk you through what is happening with my January budget. So I don't even know if you can see on camera how many times this thing has been erased. I actually, just bring it in a little bit. I actually am going to rewrite it with you because I can't stand how messy it is. So as I walk you through it, you're kind of see what is going on with this budget. So my husband and I got paid as normal. So I really wasn't sure what my check was going to look like, because it is my first check now that I'm retired. So it actually looked very similar. It was a little bit more because they're not taking out the money for the 401k that I was contributing to. So I just took that amount and put it right into a savings account so that I can reinvest that in my IRAs. So I just felt like I didn't want to just put that into my budget and just kind of absorb it. I really still wanted that earmarked for retirement. So, and I wasn't sure what that was going to look like from taxes and things like that. So paycheck 1 and paycheck 2, my daughter has already paid me. The one has, the other one pays me when she gets paid. And then I did receive my year-end bonus, as well as accrual of vacation time that I had accrued, a payout basically. And that was $13,800. So if you've ever worked on a bonus structure, the bonuses are taxed at like 37.5%. So I never know. I mean, I kind of try to figure it out, but again, didn't want to put a number down until I actually saw the check in my account so I could figure out what I was going to do with that money. So, and you probably all know what I'm going to do with that money if you've watched my channel lately. So our income this month was $24,080. Then on our mortgage, though I've been paying $3,400, we are in the middle of a refi. We're taking it down to a 10-year from a 15 because we're paying at the rate of a 10. And then we are going from a 3.5 to a 3.2. No, a 2.3. I'm sorry, 3.5 is what we're currently at, and we're refinancing it to a 2.3, which saves us $36,000 in interest over the life of the 10 years if we even hold it for 10 years. So we're hoping not to. So this was a little bit weird because they're like, you know, you really shouldn't make a payment because we're right in the middle of the refi and that messes everything up, and I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I went ahead and made the original payment, which is $3,100 versus the $3,400 that I normally make on that extra principal. And then what will happen is we'll probably end up getting some cash back because, you know, they're going to fund it for more than what the loan is. And then for February, we won't have a payment, and then our new payment will be in March. Very confusing. Cell phone, $320. My husband and I are joining a gym. It is $50 a month because it's a country club close to us, and my sister and brother-in-law go there. And for retired law enforcement, first responder, for the family, it's $50 a month. So, I mean, I cannot find a gym any place less than that. So, that's going to be $50 a month. So I did go ahead and start that in my budget. Internet is $114, which did go up. Netflix is $15. My water and trash bill, I've already received. It's $1,100. No, it's not $1,000. Oh my gosh. It's $111. I would die if I had a water bill for $1,000. My electric bill, my best case estimate based on the projected usage they think I'm going to use for this month is $170, which actually is a little bit less than last year. I was kind of surprised. Life insurance $106, auto insurance $303, natural gas I'm going to bump it up a little bit to $35 because it's been cold. Pest control $30, and then our HOA is due this month, so I'm going to take the full amount out. Normally I take $73 out, but with all of the messed up from December, you notice I didn't do a December close, I don't want to assume that that money is still in the account. So I went ahead and just funded the whole amount. Elements is $70, Audible is $16, Amazon Prime comes out this week. I did pull this out last month, so this really rolled over, but I just went ahead and put the amount in right now and started fresh. And then for giving, it's really going to be a 4-week month when you look at the calendar. So 400, groceries 500, eating out 200, clothing 100, allowance 200, household. Okay, this is going to look really high, but it's going to be 510. We needed to buy filters for the pool, and I've already bought them, and they were $200. No, $210 with tax and everything. So I went ahead and put a cushion in the household, which is really household cleaning, and then I keep about $60 in there if I want to buy something for the house. So that's where I put it. Entertainment I'm not going to fund. I still have the $100 from last month. Personal care is $100. Medical copays, I'm going to put $200. This time of year, I normally do my physical, go get new scripts, things like that. I do also need to go to the optometrist. I missed my appointment in April. And without looking at a screen all day, my eyes feel fine. But again, I don't want to risk that. So I'm probably going to do that in the month of February and just figure out what my glasses are going to be and then add that in. Craft supplies, nothing. Random act of kindness, 20. Gas for the car. Now I am now driving, my daughter moved out on Friday, so I am now driving my husband's truck. So I actually haven't driven it yet. I've been driving his car, which I love. So I'm just gonna put 70 down. The gas mileage in the truck obviously is not as good as my daughter's car, but I really haven't gone anywhere, so who knows. But I'm just gonna put 70 there. I am leaving that in the account because I don't want to have to go in and pay cash. I'll just either use my debit card or my credit card. So, and then miscellaneous, I put $100 down. And I normally don't have a miscellaneous category, but I did this month because I had to revise this so many times. There's just a lot of moving parts right now. So my daughter moving out makes me feel that we're going to be able to stay within like our eating out category and things like that. Our utilities should come down a little bit because there'll only be 2 of us. But who knows? Okay, so car fund, purchase, maintenance, all that. So starting the month, I had $7,116. Christmas and gifts after last month, I have $245 from $24.45. Fitness, I put 100. I've had 100 in there, just kind of chilling. Medical, 100. Again, same thing. We do have a medical spending account that was part of my husband's retirement, and he carries the medical benefits for us. So I'm not really sure why I have that. I just feel like I needed it. But I do go through the medical copay. Whatever I put in there, if it's 100 or 200, I always go through that. I just paid an $80 bill, so right off the bat, $80 is out of there. Vacation, 2,510. Who knows when we're going to get to go again. Etsy shop was 143. I did allocate money last month, but I ended up using it. So I went ahead and did like a complete replenishment of supplies. So we're going to start building that up again. Technology, I have 857. Savings challenge is new. And so when you look at total income, and this would be great if this was always the case, but this is not. This is a one-time thing. My fixed expenses are $4,790. My lifestyle is $2,400. And so for sinking funds, I have $16,890. So that is where it kind of lays out. Now, the things that are obviously different is that the bonus and the vacation payout is going to go right into my car fund. Plus, I was going to put $1,000 in anyway, so 14,000. Oh my God, 800 is going into the car fund. So I'll have 21,916. And what I decided to do with this, instead of putting it in the Capital One, which is where the $7,000 is, I put it in my credit union, because when we go to buy a car, what my husband and I decided is that I would save half, and then he's going to pull half out of his account where he's been saving his income, so that we can just pay cash for the car. But so I wanted the money to be a little bit more easily accessed, so I could just go to the credit union and get a cashier's check, and then I'll move this $7,000 over to the credit union as soon as we start to look for a car. So I decided when we were going through the refinance for the house, I didn't want to muddy the waters with looking for a car. And I really, you know, we've been looking every day and we really haven't decided which one, plus we have to drive them yet, and we just, you know, with the holidays we kind of put it on a back burner. So I'm thinking probably by the end of January we'll start to look. Sooner if he doesn't like sharing his car with me and I'm stuck driving the truck. So we'll see how that goes. Christmas gifts, obviously Christmas is over, but I always have a gifting fund, so I'm putting 500 into gifting. We do have 2 birthdays in the month of January. 100 into fitness, because there is not like a registration fee or anything like that, but I haven't been to a gym for a while since my gym closed a year ago. And so I know I'll probably, you know, want to buy either, I just got new tennis shoes, but like maybe a new outfit or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put money there, even though I have clothing, but clothing is different in my mind versus fitness. So we'll see. Medical, I'm not going to fund. Vacation, I'm not funding. Etsy shop, I am funding $880. And then technology, I am funding $400. And then my savings challenge for the month of January is $210. So I did talk about the savings challenge in another video. And let's pull it out. So what I wanted to do, I went on Pinterest and I looked at a savings challenge, and I wanted to save $5,000. And I want to save it mainly out of my envelopes, but I also know that in the beginning I'm gonna budget for it, just so that I'm on track. And then if I don't need to take it out of my sinking funds, great. So I figured January will give me a little bit of a cushion, hopefully. And then as I roll into the later months, the amount gets higher, and then that will help offset it. So that is what my plan is. So the first week on the challenge is $25. So the way I'm gonna do it, so this is the month of January, so week 1 is 25, week 2 is 45, week 3 is 65, and week 4 is 75. So this is where I'm gonna keep the money. And what I'd like to do at the end of 2021, have the $5,000 to go on a really nice trip for my husband and my 35th anniversary in 2022. So that is going to be the savings challenge. And this is what it looks like. You just okay, why can I not find it right now? Oh, there we go. So this was a site on Pinterest called gatheringdreams.com, and it's just broken out into the 52 weeks, and then I just kind of added it up by month, so I knew by month what I needed to set aside. And then the end of the 52 weeks, you'll have $5,000. So this is the one that I'm following. There's a ton. If you want to do $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, which, you know, go you if you want to do the $10,000 one. I'm going to stick with the $5,000 one because I've never done this before. So this is my plan for 2021. Okay, so when you add up what is going into 14800, 500 plus 100, 880, 400, and 210, 16,890. Okay, so that's right. And then I already added up these two off camera. So that is the way the budget's going to be laid out for the month of January. I'm hoping for no additional surprises this month, but you never know anymore. So I am going to go ahead and go off camera, quickly lay down my kit for the month, and then come back and we'll do cash stuffing. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. So I'm going to kind of walk you through how the setup went. And I ordered extra pages in this planner for 2021 in the monthly deluxe. And there are actually extra pages during the month that I did not realize. And I don't know if they all came that way or if it's just because I ordered extra pages for the back, but I did have extra pages within the month too. So that's kind of exciting because I can definitely look and see what else I want to track. So for the month of January, we have 2 birthdays in our family. And I write them on here because they are considered an expense for me because it is going to come out of my sinking fund. The financial goals I have for the month of January: no spend 10 days, and envelope overage to the challenge. So anything left in my envelopes at the end of the week, instead of rolling it over like I have in the past, I will be taking it out and putting it towards the money for the challenge. And I do have a savings envelope that I'll put the extra in there and pull from that throughout the month. So I'll kind of walk you through that should that happen. And then for the monthly budget, I just transfer the information from this sheet into here. And then now we're at the weekly check-in. So for groceries, my budget was $500. Eating out $200. Allowance $200, giving $400. Now giving, I'm still leaving in the account because Arizona again is very high and I'm just waiting for another shutdown. And actually there were so many people there on Christmas Eve that did not have a mask on that I feel like I'll just continue to watch online. Entertainment I'm not funding because I still have $100 from last time. Household was $510, and that was because I need to buy things for the pool. And then personal care $100. So these will be considered my cash envelopes. Now I do have a cash envelope for clothing. I do not keep it in, you know, in my weekly check-in, but it is over here in my fixed and lifestyle expenses. So I have my medical copays, clothing, miscellaneous, things like that. So these could be your envelopes, but for me, they are physically, clothing is a physical envelope, but for years I just kept it in my account. And then I found that it was kind of rolling over but not rolling over, so I felt like I was losing sight of what should really be in that. So that's when I converted it to an envelope. Okay, so for the first check-in, and I just kind of wanted to review this because I know in the past I've done my transactions in a little mini or micro happy planner, and I like that, but it was like one more thing I had to kind of manage. So what I decided is in my personal size Maldron, which I love this one, this is everything financial. It has my checkbook, my cash envelopes, my transaction log, everything, because this is really easy to take with me. And then I still have my tabs, my 3 tabs for my wallet, because I really like that as well. So I'm going to be tracking my transactions in here, and it is more of a check register type setup. But what I think I'm going to like about it is I can, you know, if I have, say, 10 transactions, I can just use this for February as well, because as soon as I date it, I'll know which week it came out of. So that is the plan for this week, or this month, I should say. I've been known to change mid-month. Okay, so let's put that there. I hope you are all doing well. You had a good holiday. I don't know about you, but I feel like I have a hangover from spending. And the sad thing is that a lot of my Black Friday orders have not even arrived yet. So I'm going to get to see things for the next couple of weeks, which is fun. But I really cannot think of one thing else I need to buy right now. So hopefully those 10 no spends will not be a problem at all. I don't think they will be. I really just have not even wanted to leave the house, so all good there. Okay, so the first one I'm going to stuff is groceries, and what I do is I just take my monthly and divide it by 4, so it's $125. We'll go into groceries. We have finally eaten all the Christmas foods, and kind of with my daughter moving out, took all of her food out, so I will, today is Saturday, I'll probably go to the grocery store tomorrow and meal prep, because like last night neither one of us thought about dinner, and then we were both hungry, so it's never good to like try to throw a dinner together when you're both really hungry and it's already 6:30 at night. So groceries $125, allowance gets $50. An allowance I will use for eating out or for craft supplies if, you know, since I either over budget or didn't budget in, you know, anything for craft supplies, but I'm really gonna try just to keep this for things, you know, that I really don't need to do. Like I don't need to go to Sonic, I don't need to buy more craft supplies, so I'd rather just kind of leave it as kind of more of a fun account. So that's allowance, and then eating out is also $50. And that goes under my tab. And then my tabs, I'll go into my wallet. And I've had questions. I think it's called A Time for Anything or A Time for Everything on Etsy. And she has the tabs, and I just labeled them with my label maker. And I think she also has like the little zipper, like wax paper pouches still too. I have not checked that she's still in business, but the last I checked, which was like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, she was. Okay, so for household, I'm gonna put 125, no, 120. The extra 210 I've already spent, so I had to order the cartridges for our pool online because they're proprietary for our pool company. So you can't just go to a store and buy them. So I did use my card for that, and those have already come through. So my first transaction that I'm going to note for the month is 210 out of household for the pool cartridges. So the 120 goes into the envelope. And I still have 60 left from last month. So I think what I'm going to do is take this and put this to the side and put the 120 in. what will probably happen to the 60 is it will go back into bank, and then bank goes for my next cash stuffing. So if you haven't heard me kind of explain the way my mind works is instead of taking it back to the bank, I will put it into my envelope that says bank, and then when I go to stuff my cash envelopes, I go there first. So that's probably where that will go. And then for personal care, it's 100, and this envelope is completely empty. And I like to break this one up because it's for tips and things like that. I would like to get a pedicure, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5. Why is this wrong? Okay, we'll do it this way. 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So that's personal care. Now that will be stuff for the entire month. And then clothing gets 100, so it's 50, 20, 40, 100. 100. Oh, I know what that's for. So I have 110 in here now. So 150, 90, 210. Okay, that's right. I really thought that I would go out after Christmas and shop the sales and stuff, but no, I really didn't need anything, and I literally did not feel like shopping. And then this last 25 is for the savings challenge, and let me just, entertainment still has the 35. I'm quite proud of myself for not taking this for another category last month, but I tried to keep as many envelopes as possible true, but you know, there wasn't many of them that were actually left intact. So I will put these back in here. And then next week, I'm gonna put the 60 in bank. And then next week, if I decide to go ahead and pull the money for the rest of the month, then I'll use my envelopes as kind of a starting spot to stuff my tabs and things like that. So just go back in here. This goes back in there. And then the savings challenge, I did find this at Michael's. It's a Recollections, and it was over in the clearance section. It's really hard to open and lay flat, but I figured it would be enough color that I would recognize it. And then I just bought these off Amazon for like $10 for the whole group. And then I just printed the register from my shop in pink and a little bit bigger so that I could see it easier with the clear. And so the first week I am putting in $25. And that is for my savings challenge. Now my goal will be next week's money of $45 I'm gonna stuff is to save $45 out of my cash envelopes. But again, I never want to say for sure that that's what's gonna happen. That is my plan though. But I did budget for the whole 210 just in case. And then that will go back in here. And then I just made vinyl months and just stuck those on here. So if you're wondering where this came from, that's where this came from. Okay, so savings challenge is all going to go in here. Anything financial, check register, transaction log, purchases, cash envelopes are all going in here. And then of course, always, all my transactions go in here. So that is cash stuffing for the first week of January. If you have any questions at all, please let me know down below. I hope you are all doing well and have a great holiday, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.